It was about 9:15 p.m. on April 28th, 2010, and received a phone call from my dad, and he was frantic, said that my brother had been murdered. My brother Jim was selling a ring on Craigslist. He'd received a phone call that morning from a gal saying that she was going to buy the ring for her mother for Mother's Day.
What they really had in mind was robbing the family. When they got there, they restrained Jim and Charlene Sanders on the kitchen floor, restrained their hands behind their back, dragged their two little kids downstairs into the kitchen, and really a terrifying scene ensued. Someone kicked Charlene in the face while she was on the floor. They held a gun to her head. They threatened to kill people. They wanted to know where the valuables were. Eventually they got Jim Sanders up off the floor, and a fight ensued. Jim started fighting, and they shot him 3 times. He was murdered in front of his wife and 2 little kids.
It doesn't seem like you would ever be involved in something like this, and now you're forced into it, and you really don't even know where you're going to turn. And that's when Mary came into the picture in our life, is when she was assigned to this case. She was just very sensitive, very cognitive of us sitting merely a few feet away. She would have to post photos up there, and she would turn and give us a signal that, these are going to be difficult. You may want to put your head down. And she was, it was always, it felt like I had a sister doing the trial, somebody that was fully invested into this case, that she truly cared about us. It wasn't just another case for her, and it was somebody that she deeply cared for, is how we really felt, and we still feel that way.
I'm very fond of the Sanders family. The extended family showed up day after day, at trial after trial, as these cases were resolved. It took almost a full year to get every case tried. I spent a lot of time with the Sanders family. They were very warm, caring, loving. They really took care of each other. They tried to take care of my needs as well, even though I should have been taking care of theirs as they were grieving and sitting through these trials. They're a wonderful family.
I'll tell you, she's a bulldog in the courtroom. She is not somebody to be, messed with. I'm glad that she was on our side. And just to see the work that she did and how diligent she was, and the amount of hours and the stacks of paperwork that she'd bring with her, and then stuff that she knew, and the people that she would call, and the questions that she'd ask, and it was just like I would oftentimes felt like I was watching an episode of Law and Order, but somebody that was so much smarter than you ever saw on any of those episodes. We just knew that God had put the right person on this trial for us, and going back, we couldn't have picked anybody better. She did her job, and she did it so well. And just times in the trial where you see her thinking about things and things that come out that you wouldn't even have thought of, and you just know that she's the right person for this job.